We have some really good games starting March 28th. Sweet 16, Gonzaga versus Florida State is a game that I'm keeping my eye on. You have Roy Hachimura, Brandon Clark from Gonzaga, who I love. And if I'm the Kings and I'm Vlade Divac, I know that a lot of people are split between Brandon Clark, 6'8 guy, can play power forward, can play a little bit of center at the NBA level. This guy is a defensive animal, and he should be a lot of fun to watch. Also, Rui, who I think will be an exceptional NBA player. He has a really fast, quick step, very, very strong for his size. He just turned 21. It's going to be very interesting because Florida State is very physical, and they're very fun to watch. They destroyed John Morant and Murray State. John Morant put up a fight. He didn't have much help from his teammates. I believe Ja is a top 2 pick, honestly. I can even make an argument for him going number 1. Lots of comparisons to a Russell Westbrook, De'Aaron Fox, even Trae Young. He's a mixture of all 3 of them, in my opinion. He can do it all. He can pass with both hands, has insane vision. He can shoot the ball. He showed that early against Florida State, but Florida State was just too much of a team to overcome. But that matchup, Gonzaga versus Florida State, is a very good one. That is in the West region. And let's go to the other West region game, which is Texas Tech and Michigan. I got Michigan advancing. It should have been Michigan against Nevada, who I'm very disappointed. That's my school that I went to and assisted, and the way Eric Musselman coached that game, I have to say that it was the worst performance in his coaching career. I really felt like I was watching 24-hour pickup basketball, because even though Nevada almost won that game, with all of that said, they should have at least played their game, which is not so much one-on-one. They should have distributed the ball. They had 6 assists for the game. That's unacceptable. There is no reason why you should have 6 assists in an entire basketball game. And they were down by 2 with 3 minutes left. That's how good this team was, and that's how disappointing and ashamed this coaching staff should be. The talent that you had, you may never have again with the Martin twins, Jordan Caroline. Next year, they'll be good, led by Jordan Brown, a local product here in NorCal. But I don't think they'll ever be as talented as this team was. And it would have been fun to watch Nevada, Michigan. And that game probably would have came down to the end, as most Nevada games do. But it is what it is. Michigan advanced, Texas Tech advanced. Texas Tech put a butt whooping on Buffalo. They put a butt whooping on North Kentucky. They're very good. I thought it would have been Texas Tech and Nevada advancing to face Gonzaga, who I think Gonzaga will beat Florida State. So I'm predicting Gonzaga and Michigan moving on. And if we move on to the East bracket, I got LSU upsetting Michigan State. I know Michigan State is the number 2 seed. I don't love all of their prospects in terms of going to the league. So I'm going to go LSU, who is a team that's on the rise. They're hot. They're confident. And that game against Maryland was an awesome game. Came down to the last bucket. LSU, I got LSU advancing in that East region. And then I got Duke beating Virginia Tech. Y'all know why. I mean, you got 3 top 8 prospects, right? Zion going number 1, Barrett going number 3, and then Cam Reddish possibly going anywhere from 6 to 10. He's in that range. I think he'll be a lot better at the NBA level. Virginia and Oregon in the South bracket, I'm going with Virginia. Obviously, number 1 seed. Oregon is hot. They're playing well. They beat a very tough and gritty team in UC Irvine. If you watch that first UC Irvine game, they beat Kansas State. That was a lot of fun to watch. And then this past game, Oregon was just much, much better. So Oregon against Virginia. I still got Virginia advancing in that South region. And then Tennessee and Purdue. I have Purdue beating Tennessee. It's going to be a great game. Both teams are very well coached. But I got Purdue and their toughness outweighing Tennessee's. In North Carolina against Auburn, I got the Tar Heels advancing. Auburn, I know Charles Barkley loves his team and his alma mater, but North Carolina is just a better team. So I got North Carolina beating them, and they do have some prospects as well on that team in Kobe White. Nazir Little has fell off the map, but if he has any type of good resemblance from his McDonald's All-American game, that should be fun as well. And then in that final game, Kentucky versus Houston, that's going to be very, very fun to watch. Kentucky's that defensive prowess team, right? They just hound you down. And then Houston's gonna give them a run for the money because Houston played very well against Ohio State, put them away early. Wofford, their best shooter, went 0 of 12 in that game. So the likelihood of that happening to Houston is unlikely, but you know what? I'm going with the upset. I'm going Houston over Kentucky. So I got North Carolina and Houston in that Midwest, and I got Purdue and Virginia in the South. Again, Duke and LSU and Gonzaga and Michigan. Let me know what you guys think.